After playing CSGO for almost a month already, I have to admit that I think I was wrong about the game. So CSGO was kind of a weird twist for me, since the way the mechanics work sometimes go against everything that I've learned in an FPS. And to be honest, it was really different. But I love learning new games, so I decided to give it a chance. I feel like learning new games is probably the funnest part of any game. Whenever I learned Rainbow Six, I had an amazing time learning it. But of course, I learned Rainbow Six back in the day during the beta when no one else knew how to play. Going into CS today is going into chaos pretty much. Everybody knows their callouts, everybody knows what they're doing, everybody knows or has mastered the mechanics to a certain extent. And even though I'm in silver rank as of now, I still think that I'm faring really good because of my aim as it is. But even without my aim, I feel like I still have a lot to learn when it comes to maps. And even though I can out aim a lot of these people in silver, sometimes I die because they have incredible map knowledge and incredible use of smokes and flashes, which of course is a really important thing in CSGO. And unlike other games, nades are really important. Now, first I'm going to start off with the mechanics of CSGO, the basic mechanics. So movement is the key component of CSGO, since the movement is not like other games. It's really momentum based. And I love a game that has different movement. I played a lot of Gears. I played a lot of Rocket League, which are very movement, important games. And I feel like the movement was fine. But the basic thing that kept me away from CSGO and that made me hate it were just the general shooting mechanics. So like I mentioned earlier, you have to aim at the head and then you have to pull down, but each gun has their own recoil. And I feel like this was a big turnoff for me because I just didn't have the time and I didn't play the game enough to learn these mechanics and to learn these recoil patterns. But once the same thing was implemented into Siege, I kind of got the hang of it, and I learned that maybe it doesn't take that long to learn these recoil patterns. So I decided to give it a try. And even though there are times where I still die because I don't know the recoil patterns of certain weapons, I feel like I've improved a lot because I put in the time and the effort to learn these recoil patterns as best as I can. And my general rule set for me is that I don't like playing games where I can't genuinely carry in. So I have a stubborn streak in me where if I suck at a game, I have to play it until I'm better because I don't like being bad at almost any game. And CSGO is no exception to that. But to be honest, I really enjoy the game. And I'm not embarrassed to say it, that I was completely wrong about CSGO. It's a really hard game to get into, but even then, once you get into it, it's one of the most satisfying games that you can play when it comes to FPSs. And to me, it does not beat Rainbow Six. I still think Rainbow Six is a better game in my opinion. But the amount of deaths and just overall strats and plans that can be made in CSGO was incredible to me because this was something that you can't see. A lot of the times, even though you do watch professional CSGO, you can't really tell what's going on unless you have a general understanding of the game. And even though I would watch majors once in a while, I didn't always know what was going on or why why certain nades were thrown or why certain people were stacked a certain site and left the other one alone. Like I didn't get those type of things, and now I'm starting to get it. And it's just it's something that goes beyond your mechanical skills and beyond the basic mechanics of the game. And this honestly blew me away. The type of metagame that is played beside your actual movement and shooting is incredible because you have to organize with your team what you're going to do, what you're going to push, what you're going to defend. And to me, when I first thought about that, I thought that it was going to be very not in depth, that it was going to be very simple. That you can't lean, you can't do anything. So like other shooters, so what's the max amount of things that you can do before the rounds start repeating or before the rounds start playing out the same way as other rounds. And that always, like for Siege for example, that's always what surprised me, that you start off the same way, you can pick the same characters, but like every round's not the same. They all feel different. And I was scared that that's what CSGO was going to be like, that you can't lean, you can't prone. So I was afraid that a lot of the rounds are going to feel the same and look the same, but they don't. And I kind of learned that the hard way when we were getting bodied by teams that knew what they were doing. And it's, even though it was a bad experience because we were getting shut on, I was still learning, and it kind of opened my eyes to a side of the game that I've never seen before. And to be honest, it was at this time that I noticed the beauty of CSGO and everything it had to offer. I feel bad for telling my friend that, why do you play that dead game? Why do you play this game that doesn't work, where the aim mechanics don't work? I feel bad for saying that, and like I said before, I'm not embarrassed to say that I was wrong because there is a beauty to this game. And the more I go into it, the more I want to learn, and it hooks you in an incredible way because the learning curve is so high, but the skill ceiling is so high. So you can actually just improve so much in this game if you're playing with the right people, if you're doing the right, training, playing the right modes. And to me, it's honestly a really, really good competitive game, and I love it. And I haven't even told my friend. I don't want to tell him that I love it, so the only way he'll know is if he watches the video. So if you're watching the video, Lino, then you got me, bro. And my friend has taken me under his wing pretty much and has taught me the game, the ins and out of it, and he does it in a non-toxic way. So I appreciate you, Lino, if you're watching. Thank you so much for teaching me, and thank you so much for getting me into a game, because he never stopped trying to get me to play it. He never stopped trying to get me to play it. He would ask me all the time, even though I told him time and time again I don't want to play CSGO, but he still did it. But I can't thank him enough because it's fun, and it honestly got me out of a big gaming rut that I was in. I was just so bored of the games I had because so I'm not bored with Apex, but I'm bored with Battle Royales in general, and I don't want to play that right now. So I'm glad that I could find a good competitive game to play and to grind. And this game is just, it's crazy. The amount of depth that this game has is amazing. Even when I'm not playing, I can look stuff up and learn things about the game that'll help me the next time I play. Like, it's not just learning to shoot and learning to aim. It's learning to, attack certain things, or learning how to, approach certain situations. And, there's two aspects to this game: playing and learning. And that's what I'm doing right now, and it feels great, to be honest. It feels great that I learned something and I get to try it in my next game, and I'm super excited. And it works out, and some of my random teammates are impressed because not even they know those things because they've been playing for a while, but they don't bother to like research anything because they feel like they have a good grasp on the game. So it's a really good feeling. And to be honest, if you haven't tried CSGO, or if you gave it a try and did not like it, I would highly suggest that you go out and you try it with a friend that knows what they're doing, or maybe a few friends that know what they're doing. Because if you're a really competitive person and you like fast FPS games, competitive, Rainbow Six, all that stuff, then you'll probably like CSGO. And another good thing about CSGO is that it's really aim intensive. So in Rainbow Six, I loved being a really good aimer, but there's still so many things that you can do to stop that, whether it was a random recoil back when I played, or just the way the game works. It's not as aim intensive as a lot of other FPSs are. It relies more on knowledge and stuff like that, and which I love. That's the reason why I love Rainbow Six. But it feels good that I can consistently frag out in a game that relies a lot on aim. CSGO does rely so much on teamwork and organization and nades. But at the end of the day, your aim could pull you through a lot of situations if you play your card right. You don't have to be super smart, but you don't have you have to play smart, in a way to make it work. And that's honestly what I love about it. It's a good mixture of the FPS that I like, which is, mind games and just flat out aim pretty much. I guess that's the best way to say it. So if you guys haven't tried CSGO, I again highly suggest it. Give it a try. Play for a month, and if you don't like it, then you can get off of it. But if you are a competitive gamer, then you are really missing out on a pretty good game. And like I said, I'm not going to tell my friend. He has to watch the video. If he doesn't watch my videos, he's not going to get this satisfaction. But yeah, I just had to tell you all what was going on while I was playing so much CSGO. I'm just in that mode where I love to grind, like I love to solo queue. That's how much I love the game right now. And it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad because they got me out of this rut where I got bored with my games, and it's been a good time. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to let you all know what was going on. I do stream the game every night also, or almost every night with my homies. So if you do want to check that out, I'm going to leave that in the description below so y'all can come join me and get to know me. A lot of people have been checking me out, and I appreciate those of you who have gone to check out the stream and gone to support me. So thank you all for that, and I hope to see those of you who haven't gone on the stream as well. So yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all didn't mind this ranty kind of video, but it's a good kind of rant because I'm just really enjoying myself. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next one, guys. Take it easy, have a good one, and be safe. Terrorists win.